While I'm showing you guys how to do the skip here, this farm is most efficient when it is dogs as the first encounter of the week. That way, every time you restart the raid, you can just go right into that encounter instead of having to do some checkpoint swapping BS that you just totally don't want to do. Anyways, for this, you're going to want to have the contender shell. If you don't have it, that's okay. During Moments of Triumph right now, if you complete a Leviathan, you will get it guaranteed. The contender shell gives you a better chance at year 1 exotics that you don't have already. So that's nice. If you already have them, you're still going to want to use it anyway because it gives you more of a cumulative chance to get an Eververse engram drop the more that you do this. Until you get one to drop, then the chance resets. Besides that, all you really need is to bring some fire team members. You don't need a full stack of 6 to do this. Obviously, if you do have 6, it's going to be a lot easier. If you do some practice, you can get this down to like a 5-ish minute run every time through, 5-10 minutes, depending on how fast you guys are setting this up and going. This is really good for getting random rolls on the Levy gear, which is stuff that you can use through the next season. It can slot Hive mods, Garden of Salvation mods, all that good stuff. Get some God rolls on that. Maybe you want to use it in Crucible. It's also really good for farming year 1 exotics like Trends versus Steps. I could go down the list. Most of the good boots like Stompies, Lion Rampants, all that good stuff. Like the list showed at the beginning, you can also get Masterwork cores if from getting curated items like the curated sword, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, again, the possible rewards is at the beginning of the video if you want to go back and look at that. But our strat for the dogs was to split up 3 and 3 on each side. Everybody had Falling Guillotine on and Oppressive Darkness nade on the Void subclass. So all I do is throw a nade at my dog. I'd sword or Nova Bomb it first, depending on whatever I felt like doing. Once you get the dogs low enough to go into the finisher range, you can actually finish these dogs. So you have 4 on each side, so you're going to have each person taking 1 dog, and then the 3 people collapse on the final dog. But if you feel more comfortable getting 24 stacks to kill, you can do that too. We were comfortable with only doing 12 every time, just making sure that you're trying to do this as efficiently as possible. That's the basic rundown of how this works. Now I'm going to play a clip of us doing it, obviously. Unfortunately, I had to mute the audio due to copyrighted music, all that fun stuff. You guys know how that goes. But anyways, this farm in general is just absolutely freaking insane. The amount of different stuff that you can get from this, the Calus tokens, the engrams, the exotics, the God roll gear. I would use this while you guys can. This is, again, only around while dogs is the first encounter. It's really only optimal this way. And this only happens every so many weeks. I don't really know off the top of my head. Throughout this whole sesh, I probably gained about 500 Calus tokens on top of all the other loot that we got. So that can go towards getting other God roll pieces, possibly from Benedict when you go to turn those tokens in. I'm going to be making another video here probably in the near future for Anarchy farming for Scourge, since you can refarm that for Anarchy now. We'll give you guys some tips and tricks on how to do Scourge really, really fast. Things that can save you a couple minutes across your runs and just make your lives a whole lot easier when you're running that raid. Anyways, try to keep this as brief as possible. I'm live daily, guys. Twitch.tv/Sweatcicle. You know where to find me. Thank you guys for all the support on the channel recently. You guys are amazing. And we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace. So here's the build I was using for the video for anybody who's wondering. Falling Guillotine with boss spec. I guess that's the only really important weapon. You know, Mountaintop, how it is. Embraced Large Geese. So every time I throw my super, I get my nade back. So that way I can use my Oppressive Darkness grenade before I throw my Nova, so I get the extra debuff damage, and then I get the nade back after, and I can use it for the second dog. I guess that's really the only thing that matters. If you want to use any charge with light perks, you can, but I'd recommend Embrace Large Geese if you're using Void, along with Oppressive Darkness, and Falling Guillotine, and Easy Clap. There you go.